Hello everyone, and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. As we turn the corner and start thinking about harvest of winter crops, a lot of producers already have summer crops on their mind, along with all this rain we've received too. Here's our Extension Cropping System Specialist, Josh Lofton.
We were almost getting into some dire times, and I talked a couple weeks ago that the next 8 to 10 days were very critical on our canola crop, very critical on our wheat crop. And the fortunate thing is we've been blessed with not one shower, but a couple of showers, and they've been nice kind of soaking in rainfalls. So we're looking really good as far as the winter crops go, because the moisture kind of came through. And you can see those crops have kind of turned the corner, and they really picked up, and they really look a lot better than they did, 10 to 14 days ago.
And now we'll get some of those nice sunny days.
We can only hope.
In terms of summer crops now, as people are kind of starting to gear up to start planting, what kind of questions are you getting?
Well, the first one is a lot of folks are, can I start planting? Well, this is a great day to be talking about this. In our coats, it's 40 degrees outside, and it's just the really big thing is the calendar can't dictate when we plant. We have to let Mother Nature and the soil dictate when we plant. We got a lot of good moisture. We got a tremendous amount of soil moisture throughout the state, and that's going to stick with us for a good long time, hopefully. Hopefully we don't get 90-degree days with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and we should be able to stock a lot of this moisture up to help us plant. The big thing is we have to wait for it to warm up. Those soil temperatures need to warm. We need to have consistently warm soil temperatures. Planting and then going through some conditions like this isn't going to terminate the crop. We aren't going to see it fail, but it definitely isn't going to help it get off and get going in the right direction. So wait for it to warm up a little bit. We have until about the first week of May before we really, especially in the central part of the state, like to see us kind of hold off on planting. So we have a little over a month before we have to kind of delay planting a little bit. So we have time. Let Mother Nature kind of work herself out here in the next couple of days, and hopefully by next week or the week following we can really get a lot of crop in the ground.
And then some tips on milo and soybeans specifically. What kind of guidance do you have?
Yeah, the milo, we like to see it get out of the ground and get up and going really quickly, and that really is a stressing of these conditions are not the kind of conditions we like to see it coming in. We don't want to see it sit there, germinate, and sit there this big for multiple weeks at a time. So let Mother Nature kind of get a little warmer. Once again, with milo especially, we have a lot of time and a lot of flexibility. When we move to soybeans, once again, we still like it to get up and out of the ground really quickly. However, west of 35, we want to make sure that we take as much advantage of the spring conditions as we possibly can before we get into the summer. Those folks east of 35 and back towards the Arkansas and Kansas state line, we have a little flexibility. However, they are a little warmer than we are, so they might have a lot better situation. But with both of them, we still need to remember to do all the things right now, because that's going to help as we get down the line. So make sure you got your fertilizer down, make sure you got pre-plant herbicide down, make sure you're planting into good conditions. I always recommend growers, they can go to a hardware store or garden store, get a soil thermometer, stick it into their field 3 or 4 times throughout the whole field. Do that for a couple of days, and if that temperature is above the critical temperature for the crop, then we can start planting.
Great advice, Josh. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.